Yeah, that's right. We're talking about the Fantastic Four once again because, of course, I mean, this is the hot topic right now. They just announced the cast of the MC Fantastic Four last week, so everybody's talking about this. But today, we're not talking about the cast. We're not talking about the '60s setting. We are instead talking about the villain, which is going to be Galactus, Devourer of Worlds. This is the main theory right now. There's been no official confirmation or announcement by Marvel Studios or by any of the trades, but pretty much every single source that we have, both ranging from super duper reliable to they're saying Galactus will be the main villain. This is what's been reported for the longest time. So Galactus most likely will be the main villain of this Fantastic Four movie. And currently it's said that Javier Bardem has the current offer to play the character and to voice Galactus, which I think is a fantastic choice. I think I'd be really happy with that. I know most people would. So I think that's great. But when it comes to Galactus, he's got to have his heralds. Who is going to be Galactus' herald in this movie that's going to be kind of scouting out Earth ahead of his arrival? Well, there's been lots of rumors around this film when it comes to his heralds. At one point, it was supposedly Terrax, and then it was going to be a female character. It was going to be Frankie Raynova. Of course, then it was also being said there was going to be a female Silver Surfer played by Anya Taylor-Joy, which I'm so glad that is no longer the case. I love Anya Taylor-Joy. She's great. But I don't want a female Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is my favorite Marvel superhero, and so I will not accept that. I want a good adaptation of that character, and that's what brings us back to now, as I believe the script is being rewritten partially again. Now we have a male Silver Surfer will be featured in this Fantastic Four movie, which I'm so excited about. Again, I love the Silver Surfer. He's my favorite Marvel superhero. So to see him brought to live action, hopefully a better version than what we got in Rise of the Silver Surfer, that Fantastic Four movie from the early 2000s. I mean, I like the design for it, but just everything else with it, But yeah, so I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see Silver Surfer. And more interestingly, though, now is that it's being reported by Daniel RPK that they are developing a Silver Surfer spin-off project. He doesn't specify what it's going to be, if it's going to be a Silver Surfer movie or a series or a special presentation, but there will be a spin-off project focusing on Silver Surfer, which I think is really interesting. Personally, I love this idea because Silver Surfer is totally deserving of that. I've always said that we should get a Silver Surfer movie. But it is interesting kind of looking back. Obviously, we've been following the rumors for years now. When it was originally reported, like over a year ago, like maybe a year and a half ago now at this point, when Silver Surfer was going to be in the Fantastic Four movie, it was reported that he was going to get a special presentation on Disney Plus prior to the release of Fantastic Four. So I believe, obviously, the release date for Fantastic Four has been shifted around a whole bunch. I don't remember what year originally its first release date was set for, but with that first release date, it was set to come out, I believe, in like maybe May-ish. So it was said that a Silver Surfer special presentation was going to come out on Disney Plus sometime around like January or February, or maybe even December of that previous year to really build up into Fantastic Four, and I think that would have been brilliant. But now, obviously, plans have changed, things have been shifted around. Looks like they've kind of circled back to that same idea. It's just now that, that they're just coming back to it, Silver Surfer will not happen until after Fantastic Four. So he'll debut in Fantastic Four and then get his own spin-off project, which I would say is most likely going to be a Disney Plus project, probably a special presentation. That's my best guess if I'm being honest. But then again, it could go so many ways. I could see a series working, but personally, I think I would prefer either movie or series. Really, overall, I would prefer a Silver Surfer movie, and that's just not that's not just me saying that because Silver Surfer is my favorite Marvel superhero, and I want him to get a movie. But I think also, budgeting wise, obviously this would be a very CGI heavy project. The character himself, Silver Surfer, probably going to be a CGI character, a silver guy surfing around in space. That's going to be a lot of CGI. And so I don't know if they would do that much for a Disney Plus show or a Disney Plus special presentation. But we'll see. But I think that's really cool. I think that's great, and it's being reported that right now they're currently looking for an actor to play Silver Surfer, which I think is fantastic. You guys, of course, let me know in the comments below who you would like to see in the role of Silver Surfer, Norrin Radd. Here's some of the top choices I've found. Keanu Reeves is a big fan cast for Silver Surfer, which I like it. I don't mind it. I don't love it. But I would be cool with this. Obviously, Keanu Reeves is an actor that we've been trying to get into the MCU for years. He's shown interest. He wants to get in there. He's just looking for the right role. This would be basically a voice role. Maybe he would do motion capture as well, but for the most part, Silver Surfer would be a focus on the voice. And Keanu Reeves, he has a good voice, so I could really see this working. Rami Malek, I think, is an interesting idea. This was one of the first ones that I saw like years and years ago as a fan cast. If they want to do the motion capture, he's got kind of the body of Silver Surfer. Yeah, it'd be interesting. I think this is an interesting choice. But then there's also Ryan Gosling, which I don't know. I'm conflicted on because Ryan Gosling, we've talked about him quite a bit recently with him possibly joining the MCU. He's been in talks with Marvel Studios for a certain role, which we don't know about. I don't think that that's for Silver Surfer. And to be completely honest, just looking at the voice alone, I don't know if I really see Ryan Gosling as the voice of Silver Surfer, but looking at it just from Ryan Gosling in general, it would so go with the viral meme of Ryan Gosling right now. If you've been on TikTok and you've seen any of those TikToks talking about, oh, it's literally me, basically pointing out how in pretty much every Ryan Gosling movie, he is always a guy that gets his heart broken and ends up sad and alone. Or without the woman that he thought he was going to spend the rest of his life with. Just looking at Barbie, La La Land, The Notebook. There's other examples as well. I think Blade Runner 2049 was one of them. I haven't seen that movie, but yeah, that fits very extremely well with the character of Norrin Radd, aka Silver Surfer. It's kind of crazy how insane that similarity is. So I could see it for that. But I don't know. I mean, I don't really see his voice coming out of the Silver Surfer, but I don't know. I wouldn't mind it. It'd be interesting. But speaking of that, this is why I think Silver Surfer needs his own project, and more specifically, a movie. As this person on Twitter pointed out, all I want and need from this is this beautiful, tragic story to be adapted. But with the current state of things, you never know with Marvel, which is completely fair. I mean, you saw what happened to Thor: Love and Thunder. Everybody hates that movie. I actually like it, but definitely, some of the emotional stuff could have been handled better. Silver Surfer, for those of you that don't know, and one of the reasons I love him as a character so much is he's one of, if not the most tragic character in Marvel Comics. He's got a really tragic story. He was just a normal guy living a normal life who was in love on his home planet. Galactus comes to his planet, wants to devour it, and Norrin Radd, he sacrifices himself. He says, you know what, I'll go and I'll be your herald if you spare my planet. So he does that, and then Galactus transforms him into the Silver Surfer, and Norrin Radd has to leave behind his family, his people, more importantly, his love, Shalla-Bal, and he has to then not only basically work as a slave for Galactus, but on top of that, he is completely, utterly alone. He is forced to surf the Milky Way, surf the galaxy in complete and utter darkness and loneliness. It's such a depressing tale, but this is something that visually could look so beautiful on screen. And there's just so much that could be done here. I really, just the idea of this gets me so excited. But again, as pointed out here, the recent state of Marvel, not the best. But I have hope that they can do something really wonderful with this. Because there's so much potential here. Silver Surfer, I need this. I want this, and I hope that this happens. But this is something that gets me so excited, that this being reported by Daniel RPK, of course, a very reliable source, saying that Silver Surfer is getting his own project. Again, I hope it's a movie. Probably going to be more likely a special presentation on Disney Plus. We'll see. But yeah, so guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about these reports of Silver Surfer getting his own project? Do you think it'll be a movie, series, or special presentation? And who would you like to see cast in the role? So thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so you can keep up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.